Hey guys, Miss Jackson again, coming to you with our next writing lesson. In this writing lesson, we're going to continue to talk about poetry, and we're going to start writing poems like we read today when we read about the frog on the log. Do you remember that? A frog on the log, or the toaster. We're going to take a normal, ordinary item, like an animal or something around your house, and we're going to write again about it in that poet's way, using that poet eye. Remember, when you use a poet's eye, you want it to sound really cool and descriptive. So your readers can visualize it in their head in a new way that they've never thought of that item like that before. Not just an order, a toaster goes, you push the thing down, it pops up toast. Like really, remember it was like tick, tick, tick. Remember that? They used sound words. Those are some of the interesting words they used. And frog in the log, they used repetition. They used the same words over and over again. Remember, there once was a little frog, frog, frog. They used repetition. So maybe you want to do that too. So today I decided to write my poem about a cat because I can rhyme with cat real easy. Cat, hat, mat, rat. See how many rhyming words I can come up with cats? Because we're also trying to use some rhyming if we can. And I decided to make it like the frog in the log poem and have the repeating words to give it rhythm, the repeating words. So I'm going to write a poem about a cat. A cat. Now you can start out, if it helps you, by making a rhyming word list for your word. So if my word is cat, I'm going to write cat, hat, mat, rat, bat, sat. And I know they're all rhyming because they all have that at the end. They all have that at the end. Do you guys see that? Fat. That's a fun one, isn't it? That. See it? All rhyming words. So these are words I can use in my poem if I want. All right. So I'm going to start it and do it just like the poem we read, Frog on a Log. If you can't remember, go back and listen to me read it again. It's on one of the videos on the lesson. Or look at it again. You can print it out and look at it. But there was a little like there once was. Okay. So we're going to start our poem the same way with, here, I'm going to use red. No, actually, we're going to keep with what we've done. I'm going to do the purple. All right, there's T-H-E-R-E. Once is that fancy word we learned once from fairy tales. Once was I'm going to use one of my words to make it interesting. I'm going to call him, what's a word to describe a cat? I'm going to call him a silly cat. A silly cat. There once was a silly, you ready? Little cat, cat, cat. Just like in the frog one. Remember? Frog, frog, frog. All right. And then on the next slide, remember what they said? Who played. So it's just like in the frog poem. They had him play somewhere, right? Who played in my house. Now, I want to use some rhyming. So let's look at what I ended this one with. What did I end it with? Cat. So the three repeating words were cat. So I want to rhyme just like they did in the frog and log one. So I got to rhyme with cat, and he's playing in my house. What rhymes with cat that he can play on in my house? I'm going to do mat. Okay? On a mat, mat, mat. So there it is. Do you see that rhyming? Now, parents, we're not worrying so much about the punctuation in this poem this time. Right now, we're just trying to introduce the kids to a new form of writing, poetry. We don't have to worry so much about all the punctuation at this time, okay? And then, oh, look, I want to make it exciting like in theirs. Remember, there's a bird that swooped down, was going to eat the frog. But in this one, we're going to say, then across the floor, I'm running out of room, so I'm going to ran a rat, rat, rat. Can you think of why I chose rat? Why I'm having the cat chase a rat? Yeah, because that's what cats do. You have to think, which one of these rhyming words could I use? I could have had him swing a bat. I could have had him wearing a hat. It's a poem. I can make him do anything he wants, but I thought it would be kind of cool to have him chase a rat because cats kind of do that. And then, and I'm going to end it with, and off where ran the cat after the rat, and then put just like that. Look at all the rhyming I did in this one. And I told a little story with my poem this time, just like they did in the Frog on the Log. I told a little story that there was a cat and he was playing in my house on a mat, but then a rat crossed my house, ran a rat. So the cat chased after the rat, just like that. See, just like in the Frog and Log, remember it was splat. He jumped in the splash. He jumped in the water, remember, to get away from the bird. So I told a little story with this one. Now, one of the things I forgot to do yesterday that I want to make sure you guys do, but I didn't leave enough room, is you always want to give a name for your poem. So the Frog and Log poem is called The Frog and Log. So I'm going to call this The Cat on the Mat. See? Because it's about a cat that was sitting on a what? Mat. You want to give it a title, your poem. I forgot to give a title to my poem yesterday, so let's make sure we give a title today to our poem. That's one thing we can do a little better. All right, again, what's your goal? To write a poem. Today, your poem's going to be about any kind of object. It could be like a spoon, any kind of object that's around your house, or any kind of animal. Think of something you can do a lot of rhyming with. Before you get started, make you a little rhyming list to help you out. Think of things to do. I liked using the Frog and the Log pattern. Maybe use the Frog and Log pattern as a mentor text to help you come up with a poem just like that. And try to use those rhyming words today if you can. Do the best you can. There's no wrong answers as long as you're trying, okay? Have fun with it. Bye.